الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وجل التعليم والتعليم والتذكير والتذكير والنفع والانتفاع بالإيمان والاستفادة والدعوة لله بالخير وحفظ التسبيح لله سبحانه وتعالى ابتغاء مرضات الله سبحانه والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. Imam Haddad's niyyah, Imam Haddad's intention. Inshallah, I'll print it out for you, Arabic and English, and give it to you, inshallah. Very useful. The niyyah of Imam Haddad. Even for your exams, or for your PhD, for your masters, this intention, a lot of people have used it, and they found that it has a lot of barakah, inshallah. And a lot of openings can come, inshallah, on this intention. The last thing we discussed was what? And we discussed the things that are disliked in fasting.
Invalidation of the fast.
Sorry?
Invalidation of the fast.
But did we discuss the things that are makruh in fasting? Makruh, disliked. Did we do the things that are sunnah to fast? The sunnah aspects of fasting? Yes, I remember we did that. Makruh. It's, when we say makruh, dislike means to doing it, leaving an act that is disliked, makruh, leaving it is rewarded. But if you did the act that's makruh, it's not haram. I'll repeat it again. An act that is makruh, disliked, leaving it, you are rewarded. Doing it, it's not haram, it's not sinful. So, what things during fasting that are better for you to leave? The ulama say that chewing things that do not break off. Just chewing, simply chewing. If you had some material, just chewing. Chewing gum, no. Chewing gum, no. Why? Because chewing gum bits will come off the chewing, the coating of the shell of the chewing gum will crack open and you'll swallow those bits. But I'm talking where chewing something that nothing comes off the thing you're doing. It's makruh, it's like the thing, something else that is disliked is tasting food if there is no need. Tasting, not eating. You're cooking the food, you're cooking the sambal, whatever else you're cooking, you want to make sure that it's not too salty, not too spicy. You can taste, spit out. That's okay. Why? Because there's a need. There's a need. If there's no need, then it's makruh. It's like the taste. And also taking or diving into some water. Diving into water or submerging yourself in water. That's disliked as well. Submerge. You're not in a bath. Underneath. Or you're swimming all the way in. Makruh. Disliked. Using the miswak. The toothstick. Toothstick before salah, which is sunnah, by the way. You should be using this miswak. Okay. Using this is sunnah. During fasting, it's disliked to use it. Makruh to use it. Okay. After midday, it's disliked. Although some scholars like Imam Nawawi hold it not disliked, it's not makruh, even after midday. So some scholars like Imam Nawawi have the opinion that you can use the miswak throughout the day.
You know why we say before noon is okay?
The reason for that is that your mouth, the change in the odor of your mouth is a lot more stronger after midday or towards the second half of the day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hadith that the mouth of the person who's fasting is more, it smells better than musk. The mouth or the breath of the one fasting, his breath is more beautiful, more sweet smelling than the scent of musk. Because of that, you're removing athar al-ibadah. You're removing the traces of worship from your mouth. This sweet smelling odor of musk on your mouth, you're removing it. Allah likes to smell that. So then it's makruh, makruh. That's the reason that we gave. Right? Makruh also, which a lot of people do, to oversleep in Ramadan. Too much sleep. Too much sleep. And too much eating in Ramadan. Too much eating. Eating too much at night. They make qada, everything, they make up everything they missed throughout the day in 2 meals. You know, you should be eating less. Okay, طيب. The things that are makruh. From that, the ulama have said that brushing your teeth is makruh with toothpaste. Makruh, and also using mouthwash, it's makruh. Now, if you swallow some of the toothpaste, actually toothpaste will be quite hard, or the mouthwash, if you swallow it, does that break your fast? If you didn't, then it's okay. But your mouth now will smell different. Smell minty, I think now. And you spit everything out, and your mouth is quite minty. Your saliva now has a minty taste to it. If you swallow the saliva, it's okay. You break your fast. Why? Because your saliva has come into contact with something that's changed the smell. But you're actually not swallowing anything from that. It's like somebody, the woman tasting her food. Right? Your mouth might be quite chilly. You spit it out. She'll wash it, she'll rinse out her mouth. But her mouth might have some, the saliva might be slightly changed now. If she did her best to spit out everything, for example, and then swallow her saliva afterwards, it's okay. Nothing, she's not swallowing a substance. Okay? So brushing the teeth, see what? Mouthwash. Things that break your fast of two kinds. There are two kinds of breaking of the fast. One that does not break or does not invalidate your fast. Your fast is correct, however, it reduces the reward. Certain things, your fast is okay, but it reduces the reward. Then you have things that invalidate the fast and remove the reward. Things that do not invalidate the fast, but reduce your reward. They say things like al-ghiba, backbiting. ذكرك أخاك المسلم بما يكره ولو كانت صادقة أو ولو كنت صادقة. Mentioning your brother in a way, or sister, in a way that he or she would dislike, ولو كنت صادقا, even if you are truthful. The backbiting while you're fasting is haram, okay? And it lessens the rewards of your fasting, it reduces it. Also, al-namima, which is نقل الكلام بالقصد إيقاع الفتنة, to spread tales of false rumors to cause trouble between people. Saying things about him and telling somebody him and passing on to him. Spreading rumors around, okay, causing problems. This reduces the reward of your fasting. As well as lying. Lying reduces the reward of your fasting. So, somebody backbites. Is his fast broken? Somebody spreads rumors about people. Is fasting broken? Somebody swears. It's a common thing. People think if you swear, your fast is broken. No, your fast in terms of its validity is valid. In terms of reward, definitely your reward will be decreased. Okay. Looking at things that haram for you to look at, this reduces the reward of fasting. It does not invalidate the fast. Okay? And so forth. As for the second classification or category of things that break your fast, and those things that break your fast, invalidate the fast, and remove or lessen the reward. And that's the thing that we're going to concentrate and focus on today. The first of which is leaving Islam. Riddah. Leaving Islam. Somebody apostating from Islam, he leaves Islam, his fast is invalidated. He may be fasting, and he may leave Islam during the day. And this is done either through the intention to leave Islam. A person has an intention to leave Islam. He leaves. Or by him saying an act, or doing an act that the ulama say that these are the things that remove a person from the fold of Islam. There's a whole chapter in the book of Fiqh called Kitab al-Riddah. Kitab al-Riddah, the chapter of apostasy. Okay, that's what they mentioned. In there is not tawassul. In there is not tawassul. Going to the grave and seeking assistance from the dead. As of your intention, Allah Azza wa Jalla is doing it. None of the four madhabs say that tawassul in the correct Islamic is shirk. Okay, which we will have to talk about in the future, inshallah, and clarify that tawassul is correct for when you believe that Allah Azza wa Jalla is the one that's doing it, and everybody else are the means and asbab. It's all part of our religion. And anybody who study anything about our religion, from the classical works, our books are full of that. Again, we'll talk more about that in the future, inshallah. The next thing is things that invalidate the fast. A woman coming on her period or having postnatal bleeding, the blood that comes after the birth. Should the woman start her period or give birth or have the blood that comes after the birth, then they fast. Then the fast is broken. The fast is broken. They are fasting. The third thing is somebody going insane, losing his mind, insanity. Person loses his mind, even for a moment, a momentary lapse in insanity. That person, his fast is not correct. Because part of the condition of fasting is that a person's faculty, his mind is there.
Can I ask a question? For example, rage, does it consider as losing mind? For example, you get so angry.
No.
So
getting angry. You shouldn't be getting angry about that.
so everything happens. You cannot know what can
You should say I'm fasting. I'm Salim. That's the Prophet said.
Yeah.
Now rage.
So rage.
People say that when someone divorces his wife, they come and say, I divorced my wife, but I did it when I was angry. That's what they say. I say, okay. Are you going to divorce your wife when you're happy? You're only going to divorce your wife when you're angry. So whether you're angry or not, has no bearing. Because it's all from the head. So people have to control it. People need to control their desires. And Ramadan is a way of disciplining yourself, controlling your desires, controlling your anger. The next thing is losing consciousness or being intoxicated. Losing consciousness, al-ighma, or in being intoxicated. Okay? And there's a difference in opinion. Some scholars say that in order for your fast to be invalid, you have to be unconscious for the whole day. Some scholars say no. If you're unconscious for a little moment at a time and you come back, or even if you come back for a moment, you come back from an operation, or you come back in a fast, you're okay. Even if you come back for a moment, your fast is okay, and you have no makeup, no qada. Some scholars have different opinions. Some scholars say the thing that's made you intoxicated, okay, if you've done it on purpose to intoxicate yourself, okay, then this breaks your fast. Even if you did it for a moment, you become intoxicated. Even for a moment, your fast is invalid. There's difference of opinion. There's difference of opinion. The easiest opinion, or one opinion, that the whole day has to be, you have to be unconscious for the whole day for your fast not to be correct. If you came back, then you're okay. If you came back, you're okay. Ready? The next one And you might be thinking, how can somebody do this? This is common. Having sexual intercourse during the day, having relations with one's wife during the day. Now you're shaking your head. Yeah, this happens. This happens, and you'll be surprised how people will find themselves in this situation. It happens. But should somebody have relations with his wife on purpose? On purpose. Voluntary. Voluntary. And having knowledge that it is haram. Having knowledge that it is haram, then his fast is invalid. So this is somebody who he fasts, he is fasting and he has relations with his wife. Okay, so relations. Then doing it deliberately, which means that if you did it forgetfully, you're okay. If you did it deliberately, knowing that you're fasting, as opposed if you forgot you're fasting, and knowing that it is haram, which excludes that if you didn't know it was haram. Oh, I didn't know it was haram. You either new to Islam, new to the deen, or you live far away from it. Okay? Therefore, you'll be excused from that. In absence of all of this, your fast is broken. In absence of all these conditions, your fast is broken. For the one who breaks his fast by having relations with his wife, okay, he is sinful. What does this mean? It means that he has sin. It's haram. One, he has to remain fasting the rest of the day. Even though the day is invalid, he has to have imsak. The rest of the day he has to not eat. 2. 3 is that he has to be punished by the court for doing that, whether imprisoned or whether wherever it's called ta'zir, the whole chapter, where someone is punished for doing that. And they have to make up that day. They have to make up the day that they've broken now. They have to make up the day. And they have something called al-kaffara al-udhma. Al-kaffara al-udhma. What is al-kaffara al-udhma? This is where you have 3 options, and you have to take them by order. So what do I have to do? Okay? Because I've done this, and it's haram, I know it's haram, and I'm not ignorant, and I wasn't forgetful, and it wasn't forced, then the first thing I have to do to make up for it is free a slave, a female slave. A female slave has to be freed. For those who are attending the Seerah class, you'll know that Islam has many ways of removing and abolishing slavery. This is one of them. To us, that is no use. To us, that's no use. Why? Because we're going to find a slave. A slave. A lot of you are going to go down, to Cardiff Bay or to town and go to the shops. Can I free a slave? They don't exist. The next thing that we have to do is fast. Okay? 2 months consecutively. صيام شهرين متتابعين. You have relations with your wife one day. You have to now, no, the rest of the day don't eat. Continue fasting. Make up the day. And you gotta, and making up that day, you've got sins, but making up that day, you also gotta fast 2 months. You also have to fast 2 months consecutively. 2 months. For one act, 2 straight months. Okay. Now, what happens, and they have to be consecutively. What happens if we first day, second day, that's all continuous. What happens if you fasting 3 weeks consecutively and then you miss a day? You miss a day. It's a refresh button. Back again to 2 months. If you're traveling and you break your fast, refresh. All these trends now. Anyway, I'll leave it there.
How many names?
People say Islam oppresses the women. Yes? Not yes, but people say it, right? Islam oppresses the women. That's what people say. Like, many examples in Fiqh where the woman's a lot easier. This is one of the like, the wife or the person, the female in a situation. Does she have to do this? No.
So if she breaks...
Obviously, the relations, okay, you have relations with a member of the opposite sex. The member of the opposite sex, the woman, wouldn't have to do this. Just a man. MashaAllah. They have to do it. And I'll explain why. I'll explain why in a second. This is the Islam that oppresses women. Right. Should a person then the next day not control himself and do it again? That's now 2 more months. And he does it the 3rd day, the next day, 2 more months. Every day he does it, 2 months. What happens if he does it several times in one day? Only one, it only counts as 2 months. In one day, he has relations several times. Then it only counts as 2 months fasting. How does a 2 months fasting become 2, 4, 6 and so forth? Is if he does it each day. Okay? Let's say you can't fast 2 months consecutively. Okay? Like he's sick. He's sick, Then that person now has to feed 60 poor people, the poor, the miskin that we mentioned in the 8 categories of zakat. And he has to give them each one a mud. A mud. Which is, Abdullah, the mud is what, 0.51 liters? We should say here, you can say in the book.
It's a handful, isn't it? That's
yeah, a handful. Malaysia's got small hands. Small hands. Azerbaijan got big hands. Okay, so now the reason why I mention this is because this happens. People do it. So a few details we need to look into. This major expiation of doing freeing a female slave, or if you can't do that, fasting 2 months, or feeding 60 people a mud. This is only if somebody breaks his fast with relations during Ramadan. Only in Ramadan. If somebody was to do the same thing, have relations outside of Ramadan, Day of Arafah, or the 6 days of Shawwal, this wouldn't count. You wouldn't have to do all this. That's only in Ramadan. And it has to be in a fast that has been broken by having relations, as opposed to somebody who breaks his fast by eating first. He eats during Ramadan, and then he has relations afterwards. Does he have to do this? No. He does not have to do this. Why? Because he didn't break his fast with sexual relations. He broke his fast with eating first. And then he did it afterwards. Wallah, the Sharia does not look into the hearts of people. The awliya, the tasawwuf, that's different. But the Sharia we can't. And we go by the Sharia. And the awliya go by the Sharia. They may say that, when you have al-farasa. Farasa is part of our deen. Farasa is in the sight of the heart where they can, tell, you look at fast because of this. That's the hukum shari. We act by what we see in front of us. Which for some people, that's quite lucky for some people. The next thing, I think in Hanifi method there's some difference here. On that one. I can't remember. I seem to remember from last year. There's a difference. I have to remember. I have to check it. Whether if they eat first and then do it afterwards, I think they still have kafara. Hanifi method. Let me check it because there's a major difference here between this and Hanifi. Major difference.
One question. Let's say you want to do the 2 months. And within the 2 months, there are some days which are haram to fast.
Yeah, like an Eid and so, yeah, it's okay. Continuity of the 2 months is not broken by those days which are haram for you to fast on. 2 months coincide, which they probably would coincide with Eid. The next Eid, more than likely, right? In that case, it's haram for you to fast Eid. So therefore, so would that break the consecutivity, the continuous fasting? It wouldn't break the continuous fasting. As well as the 3 days of Tashriq, 11, 12, 14 would break. It still continues. Okay. That's all the details about the total needs right now. The next thing is the entrance. There's something else. Next thing I'm going to fast. The entrance of a substance from an open passageway into the body cavity. Okay? The entrance of a substance, or a substance entering your body through an open passageway and reaching your body cavity. Each one of these words is a condition in itself. So I think in the book, did he mention here? Maybe it's a different way in the book in English. While you're looking for it, read it out. The entrance of a substance. Substance means a substance that has that you can feel. Yeah, physical. It has a jurm. It's tangible, and you can feel it. You can scrape it. You can see it on your finger. That's what I mean by substance. As opposed to air. We breathe in the air. That's a substance, but not in the sense that we're talking about. We breathe in air. So look at your bukhur. It's bukhur. Now, the thing with bukhur, it's a bit of a difference opinion. I remember in Yemen, there was a Maliki Sheikh from Britannia. He was in Dar Mustafa, in our school. And before that, the person who takes care of the main mosque of the school, he comes out with bukhur, and he's wafting the bukhur to make the rooms more nice. And the Maliki, from Maliki Sheikh from Mauritania, when he's seen that, he went, and then the Sheikh, I realized that in the end of time it breaks, so he told the man to stop doing that. It breaks his fat. Although like the Shafi'i, it doesn't. We're not going to break his fast. But there's a smoking haram, by the way. Smoking is haram. Smoke's haram. Yes, and there's a substance there, the tar, and the stuff, and the nicotine that reaches. True or not true, but not clear. Yeah, the substance. It's smoke going, that's smoke. Yeah, but in the filter of the cigarette, yes. You see it's all there, so there's residual stuff.
In general, when smoking is not haram or haram.
Scholars now are fastly moving towards the position that it's haram. The majority, if not all, most scholars now are moving to the fact that it's haram. So going back to that definition, of that principle, the entrance of a substance from an open passageway. What do we mean by open passageway? Your mouth. It's an open passage. Yes? And the scholar now, Imam al-Shafi'i, actually in the Shafi'i method, the opinion was that all passages of the body are open except for the eye. The eye is not an open passageway. However, modern medicine now has said the eye is an open passageway. Yes? That's not the medical science. Change. But anyway, some scholars of the Shafi'i hold the eye is not open. The eye is an open passageway. And وكذلك الأذن and the ear is not an open passageway. It is not an open passageway, which is what Imam al-Ghazali's opinion was. Imam al-Ghazali held the opinion in Shafi'i that the ear is not an open passageway. So should something enter through your ear, it will not break it fast. And which argument told us that in medicine now we're saying that the ear is not an open passageway. Open means reaching the body cavity. The eye?
The eye doesn't really read, it's on its own socket. So if you put in a substance like eye drops or things that will have some effect and to be absorbed into the body in a small amount, is that what they mean, or is it talking about connection between? Because there's no direct connection between the eye and socket.
Reaching the body cavity. This is the... Anyway, there's different opinion on that one. To al-jawf, the inner cavity. Okay, what we mean by that is like al-ma'ida, the open at the stomach. So they're reaching the stomach. That's my cavity. Syringes. Having syringes. Scholars in the madhab al-Shafi'i have a different opinion. Needle. Not for drugs. Permissible. With the need. Scholars have said 3 opinions. One opinion says it's permissible. Permissible. Okay, no problem. One opinion says it's haram. It breaks your fast. One opinion said we look. We say that is this injection intravenous? What does intravenous mean?
Into the vein.
Into the vein. If it's into the vein, it breaks the fast. If the injection is into the vein, it breaks the fast. But before they say that, if the injection is in which the body can get nutrients, if you're injecting food or whatever, then it's breaking fast. However, if it's not the case, then if it's intravenous into the vein, then it breaks your fast. And if it's intramuscular, into the muscle, then this does not break it fast. And that opinion was held by the late Sheikh or the Mufti of Salim, Sheikh Salim. He had a whole fatwa written on that over about 80 years ago, which I have a copy of that. So there's leeway. When there's need, there's leeway. Swallowing phlegm. Mucus. We'll come to that. I'll come to that, inshallah. Phlegm, mucus. What they say is that should you cough up and something comes up phlegm in your throat, okay, we'll have our fall on the sand, inshallah. You cough it up, or you nose, and it comes down. The ulama say that if it reaches a part of your throat with the letter kha, if you were to say the letter kha, the area of kha, if this phlegm or mucus, or whatever else that you've coughed up, comes out and goes past a part of your throat where the letter kha is, anything past that letter breaks the fast. So just if we were to
big nose.
So, should something cough up? It reaches and goes out. And then you swallow it. That breaks your fast. The rule, this is the rule. The rule is anything going from inside, anything from outside. From outside to inside breaks the fast. It's two rules. Anything outside going to inside, it breaks your fast. The thing is though, is that the Shafi'i scholar says that outside can be outside. There's also inside your mouth that's still considered outside. There's part of your mouth that is still considered outside. And this part here, anything past the kha, this area, is considered outside. Understand? Anything past the area of kha, that's considered outside. So you cough it up. It reaches that part of your mouth, goes past, and then you swallow it. You're going from outside to inside. You're broken your fast. Understand? However, if you were to cough up or something from your nose was to reach the part of your throat that's ha is not low, higher. Ha is low. That's a ha. That's lower. If anything reaches the area of your throat of ha, and then you swallow it again, it will not break your fast. Why? It's still inside. You're going from inside to inside. Still inside. Are you clear? Any questions?
Is this true with not in fasting but in prayer, in salah?
Yeah.
Same thing.
I the same thing. You're eating.
So it's common for all mascot also, right?
Allah.
Well, anyway, thinking that swallowing is not good.
But if you're eating it, we have to...
For several reasons. First, the two letters in the mouth. As two letters, mufhima, break a salah. Then you're eating as well by swallowing it.
But if you sneeze,
Sneeze is okay because it's involuntary. It's involuntary. Sneezing is okay. If you sneeze out,
sneeze, but
in your mouth, spit it out.
when you're praying.
You should. Or just keep it in your mouth. You don't swallow it when you're eating. How about a better example? You break your fast. So most dates first, and then most and everything else you got probably. Then you go to pray, nothing, and you're praying and then you're working in between your teeth. You take it out and you swallow it in salah. You've broken your salah because you're eating. You've broken your salah because you're eating. How about this? Suhoor. You have your suhoor in the morning, your breakfast. And then you get up and then you go pray Fajr and you're fasting. During the day, something, mashallah, in between your teeth. You take it out into your mouth and you swallow it. Breaks your fast. Breaks your fast. You're eating, aren't you? Outside to inside. Understand? It also comes into also comes into najasa as well. We don't need that. طيب. Swallowing the saliva. Your saliva in your mouth. You gargle and you swallow it. Break it fast. It's saliva. Okay. However, they say that if the saliva changes colour, how? You're sewing needle, and sometimes the thread you've got to make it fine, so you get the needle head. And if the dye, the colour of the thread comes off into your mouth and you swallow that breaks your fast. Because now you've taken something, the colour, and you swallow it. Biting your nails. Anything in between your nails, you swallow it. That will break your fast. Yes. Good. We're still underneath the principle of something entering, a substance entering to your blood, so reaching your body cavity through open passageway. We're still on that issue. How about water entering into your body, into your stomach, by accident? Such as what? You're having a shower, and you accidentally swallow the water. Does it break your fast? We have to look. Why are you getting a shower? Why are you getting a bath? If the reason is because of something wajib, it's obligatory to have a bath because you had a wet dream or whatever else. If the reason why you're getting washed is something wajib, you have to get the wash. Then, should you swallow the water, then this does not break your fast.
So what are the cases where you need to...
Because this is coming halfway through. Having a wet dream. Wet dream. When you wake up and then you find that there's semen, that's one. Having relations with one's wife. These type of things, now you have to get a shower. You can't just go to the wudu. You have to have a shower. A wet dream or relations with one's wife, it means that you have to have a shower. Before you pray, you have to have a shower. Right, so should you have to have a wash? Okay. Or the wash is sunnah. Al-Jum'ah. Jum'ah is sunnah wash. Should you swallow water because you pour like a shower, yeah? Leave the bath, the shower, and you swallow the water, it does not break your fast. Okay? Break fast. That doesn't mean you open mouth. Accidentally. That's for the wash that you have to have, or the sunnah wash and Jum'ah. Let's say the wash is neither of those two. I'm just getting washed to clean myself this morning, because I'm hot and sweaty. And then you swallow the water. And you swallow the water by accident, this breaks your fast. Breaks your fast. Breaks your fast. Why? Why are they harsh here and easy and a wash that's sunnah or wajib?
Because here it was your choice to...
Yeah, you could say that. You could easily avoid it. Is it that strict, Sheikh? Yes, indeed. Strict here. Some of the things strict, some things easy. Like for the women, there's no 2 months fasting for the women.
It is impossible for the women to fast 2 months consecutively.
They can?
Yeah, if they are actually they have menopause or I mean they have their menstruation every month they have certain.
Not necessarily. They can go for like 2 years or anything. The minimum purity is 2 periods in 15 days. The maximum, there's no limit. the maximum interval purity between two periods.
Again, maximum
the minimum time of purity until the next period can start is 15 days minimum. The maximum, there's no limit. The next thing we have to talk about is that water reaches your mouth or reaches your stomach because in your wudu, or your nose, in wudu, you blow your nose out 3 times somewhere, and you wash your mouth out 3 times. And the water accidentally reaches your body, your stomach. Now look, is you washing your nose, washing your mouth, something that has been recommended to do? Like, okay, in wudu, it's recommended to wash my mouth and wash my nose out 3 times. So if I accidentally swallow the water through washing my mouth and nose in my wudu 3 times, it does not break my wudu, it does not break my fast. That's something that the Sharia recommends to do, washing 3 times. Provided I didn't exaggerate. Because it's makruh to over-exaggerate washing mouth and blowing nose. It's makruh while you're fasting. Let's say the water reached your mouth. Right? We didn't exaggerate. By accident, it reached by accident. Wasn't it? We weren't doing that. By accident, the water reached your mouth. Then your fast is broken if the reason you're washing your mouth and nose was not something that the Sharia called for. I just happen to wash my mouth out 3 times. You pour and you actually swallow, or you take a shower, and you swallow. There you go. Then you broke your fast, even if accidentally. Why are they strict in washing your mouth out and nose, exaggerating and doing that? And if you break your fast, and you swallow, you break your fast, even if you didn't exaggerate, why are they not harsh here? And in wudu they haven't, if you didn't exaggerate. Why? What's the difference? What's the difference? Do you understand the issue? What's the difference?
That's again because
same thing. Exactly same thing as before. So the summary you could say is this. The summary, if you're washing your mouth, washing your nose out, and it's something in wudu, first, second or third time, that's something that we should call for. And you did not exaggerate, and water reached your mouth by accident, your fast is okay. If I exaggerated in the wudu, which is recommended for you to do, the first, second or third, I exaggerated in doing that, then my fast is broken. My fast is broken because it's makruh to exaggerate. Let's say I'm washing my mouth, I'm washing my nose out, and it's nothing to do with anything for the sunnahs, something that the deen has not told me to do. Whether I exaggerate or not, and I swallow the water, irrespective, it doesn't matter, and it's irrelevant whether I exaggerate or don't exaggerate. If I swallow the water, I break my fast. Then, next thing, inshallah, the next, number 7 of the things that break our fast. Well, actually, should we stop there? We'll continue next week, inshallah, actually, because it's quite long. We'll continue next week, 6 o'clock, inshallah, for those who are still here. 6 o'clock, inshallah, and we'll either be in the mosque, or be here. What we can do is we have practical application of this chapter. Any questions?